subscribe and make sure you're a part of the next FutureMark episode. Remember, this is a daily Q&A here on the Renaissance Man program. I appreciate the fact that Mark allows me to use this program to do what we do. And what do? We look into the future, into the past, and we deliver the past to the future and back again in the past, future, present. And I just want to say anything is on the table. There's nothing off limits here from FutureMark. All you have to do is ask and ye shall receive. So anyway, let's see what we have. As you see, I brought my special statue. This is like, people are like, it's a ship. Nope, it's a guy who's got his hands up. I took out a gun and I was like, hey, stick it up, buddy. And he goes, okay, don't shoot. And so he's just playing. Anyway, let's see what kind of messages we have today in the chat. Again, this is FutureMark. I'm here from the year 2769 to deliver the messages that you need to hear. So anyhow, let me just make sure we are in the right, that's better right there. I'm scrolling just a little here. You know what we're going to do at this point right now? We're going to start our questions right from the bottom of the chat. So if you said something earlier on, make sure you say, now FutureMark just took a ride in from the future. I am here kind of in a quasi state. I took a trip to 2624. I just figured I would hang out here for a little while with my buddy, the statue. And I thought this could be a good location for us. This is actually modern day. Currently, you'd be completely surprised that we are right now in modern day Athens, Georgia. Yeah, this is what we got here in Athens, Georgia. And are you kidding? I'm sorry. Yes, may I speak to James, please? Yes, James, this is FutureMark. I'm down here on the set, and they're pulling the shenanigans again. Yeah, he just changed the background. I'm right in the middle of a FutureCast. I was right in the middle of I was about to share the most amazing future event of all, and he changes the background. Yeah, no, I'm sick of... McGreedyson, they're replacing you. Yeah, that's right. Pack your bags, buddy. Just get out of here. Yeah, you're gone. I'm on the phone right now with James. He says you're done. They're calling in Tellifrifrin. Now, is Tellifrifrin up for the task? Look, I want to make sure that Tellifrifrin captures what we need to. We have to make sure these messages are heard. The world requires the knowledge that FutureMark has. No, that's right, James. No, he's still sitting there. I think you got to send someone down here. Look, I learned martial arts over the centuries, traveling through time, met Bruce Lee. Actually, I could tell you, I should tell the story about the time that Bruce Lee taught me how to do the 1-inch punch. You think I should tell that one? You think they're interested? Went back in time, just a little too far. All of a sudden, I get off. Bruce Lee punches me in the chest. Whew. I fall to the ground because he was kind of shocked. Didn't know that I was a time, traveler. He was just like, oh, someone's in front of me. Punches me in the chest, like 1-inch punch style. I couldn't breathe because he didn't even, not the stomach. No, James, no. In the chest. Uh-oh. Okay, good. In the chest. And all of a sudden, I'm hurtled over. He says, I'm so sorry. I thought that you were someone trying to accost me. Yeah, no, I know. Then he gave me lessons. He taught me how to do the 1-inch punch. Yeesh! That's it. You didn't even realize it was coming. Yeah, anyway, listen, James, get me Tellifrifrin on the double. Thanks. All right, yeah, I hope you guys don't know what kind of trouble you're in, because you are in a lot of trouble. You did it again while I was on the phone with James? You're totally done. Toast. James is sending some goon down here to take you out. That's right. Tellifrifrin's on the way. Yeah, Edward Award winner. That's right. He's coming here. He's going to be working on the set. He's taking the camera, zooming in. Yeah, what are you doing? Beady-eyed Look at you, McGreedyson. You got those beady eyes. You're sitting there disrespecting. You're changing the background. I'm trying to do questions. I'm trying to get in here and do a FutureCast. You can't give me time to do future. You got to come over here and take me off my game. You're done. You are done, McGreedyson. I'll tell you what, this year you may take first place, Ed Wood Award. Ed Wood, you. Let's see, I don't know, Tellifrifrin's on his way. I'm going to be able to gauge you together, like side by side. You want to see competition? All right, I have a good feeling about how bad you are, McGreedyson. But let's see how bad Tellifrifrin really is, okay? Are we going to all of a sudden see like people on screen with me? Like, that would be bad. But let's see. Let's really check it out, McGreedyson. Anyway, until they pull you away in cuffs, you should be running out of here. I'm taking some questions. So anyway, how's everybody doing? My name is FutureMark. Sorry about the technical difficulties. We're firing our freaking director, Tellifrifrin. No, we're getting Tellifrifrin. We're firing McGreedyson. We don't need McGreedyson. He is really bad. Do you guys know I was like right in the middle of delivering gold? Distributing nuggets of gold for you. McGreedyson. I was McGreedyson. It's terrible. You're there. You're in the middle of a moment. You're finessing the moment. McGreedyson. We're gonna trademark that, dude. You could McGreedyson people. Like everybody's like, oh yeah, no, I'm doing really great. McGreedyson. All of a sudden they're doing really bad. Yeah. They're like, oh, I'm taking this really great like moment in front of the sunset. McGreedyson. You're like now in a dungeon. How am I in a dungeon? What happened? McGreedyson. Listen, buddy, Ed Wood Award, you're either getting it or you are definitely honorable mention. It's just happening. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's see what questions we have here today for FutureMark. First question of the day. Let's see. Jacqueline actually had a good question. She said, you met Bruce Lee, FutureMark? Did he die of the curse? No, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, he shouldn't have taught me the one-inch punch. I hope that helps you on your question. Let's see what else we have here. Red Storm said, FutureMark, are there any other people from the future in the future? McGreedyson! And then you give me this commercial in my backdrop? Dang, McGreedyson. I'll tell you what. I'm sick of McGreedyson. I'm sick of McGreedyson. Giving me this weird thing. Yeah, this is just as bad as I was thinking. You're almost as bad as Tellifrifrin's gonna probably be. You put some like freaking like pigs, dead pigs behind me. We're in a dead pig situation over here. Look, I'm tempted to do the scene, the dead pigs. I'm also considering whether or not we should just fast forward to the next forward scene that we're gonna get from McGreedyson anyway. He's gonna continue to drop these. It looks like every 35 seconds. Yeah, no. That's right, you're the worst. Not you. I don't care. You hurt my feelings. Well, you're doing a terrible job. You're hurting the production of this film. You're hurting the production of the film. We need to make sure we get this message across. And you're putting me on screen with pigs hanging upside down from their feet. It's pigs' feet. Don't nobody go in there for 35, 45 minutes. Pig feet. If you guys don't know what that was from a 90s movie. I saw this in the future. We have access to everything. It's like a Netflix thing. What do we call it? The Records of Time. And basically, it's a Truman Show basis like situation. Everything's a camera. Literally. Like even this coffee cup over here, cameras. Like the whole thing's a camera. Right now, they're looking down my throat. I'm okay with it. I like the coffee. But it's the thing. I'll tell you, it's quite a performance because you have access to the edit. What I mean by that is because everything's a camera, you could, with your mind, determine what angle you want to see. And boop-de-boo, you got it. So some creepy weird guy out there is like, I want to have the view from the coffee cup as he drinks the coffee. Weird guy. Everybody else, probably they're like, oh, I want to see from the camera's perspective. I don't know. But McGreedyson, Can you give me a new scene? Like, could you help a time traveler out? What are we doing? You can't help it. Thank you. I had to start really giving it to him to get that to happen. So here we go. We're going to get to the next one. Red Storm said, FutureMark, are there any other people from the future, in the future, you came from? Yes, of course, they're all from 2769. So they're from the future, as well as myself. We're going to move forward to a next question. Let's see. Andrew Golden said, can you cover the basics of vortex mathematics? Yeah, so basically what you've got, Andrew, is you've got a cyclone effect going, and every once in a while when it's moving at 88 miles per hour, you can open a space-time continuum situation and kind of sneak through and find Doc Brown there. Yeah, and he's always like, money, 88.5 gigawatts! And they go to the future from the past together. So that's the vortex situation. If you're looking for a really, really in-depth breakdown, I just gave it to you. That's what you got there. But if you want more of a dumbed-down version, like it does a spinaroo, and then it goes like that, and then you're good to go. So that's a vortex. You know, when you're doing vortex mathematics, it's like, oh, 1 vortex plus 2 vortex equals 3 vortexes. And then you've got a triple vortex situation going on. And you got to watch out for that, Andrew, because when you got a triple vortex situation going on, they can kind of just start to like they start to recede into your space. And all of a sudden you're like, I don't want you around me, vortexes. The vortexes all of a sudden become one triple vortex into a single vortex, and that vortex goes into a mathematical quandary. Yeah, that's what happens. I'm sorry. So hopefully that answered your question. Let's see what else. Moment to Truth said, hey, FutureMark, have you ever taken a person from this time to the future? Yes, I did. I took a friend of mine, Derek, to the future. He has leeches all over his face, and I just wanted people to get a good laugh. I brought him to the year 2769 when I came off of the time machine. They were like, and I was like, this guy is for real. He really is digging on Julie. And Julie, back in 2021, is sitting by the fire right now, waiting for Leechy Face to show back up. So I'm hoping that that answered your question, Moment of Truth. I'm not really sure if it did, but yeah, I brought Derek back, and that was an interesting thing. World Debt Now said, what's the top hoverball player's name? That is a very good question. I think I told you last time that the greatest player is Dominguez Rodriguez, the 19th, but I wanted to explain that the top hoverball player's name, because the top player and the greatest are two different things. Like, you know, each year there's a top and then there's a greatest, Domingo. So if you're talking about the top right now, then you're talking about Federico Bagale. Federico Bagale is on fire on the circuit this year, the hoverball circuit. He has been taking people down. They're like, no, it's Federico! And he's like, Bagale! Everywhere he goes, he's Bagaleing everybody. And they're all like, I got Bagale'd. It's crazy. You should see the t-shirts. I'm going to find you one. Next time, I'm bringing you back a t-shirt. It says, I've been Bagale'd. And, you know, look, he's the greatest and the best at the same time, but Domingo is just like old school. It's like Pele and then now having Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like you've got the greatest of all time and you got like the greatest of now time, you know? So that's what we got. Federico Bagale could very well be the greatest of all time. But right now, just the greatest of my time, of the 2769. Oh, I see. No, okay, no, that's fine. I understand. Tellifrifrin, that's fine. If you want to start fresh because you're Randi Tellifrifrin and you want to have control of the scene and you want to control. We did this backdrop already, but you want to start there because you're Tellifrif and you just want to do your, that's fine. Tellifrifrin, look, I'm not trying to tell you your job. I'm just trying to tell you the future, okay? So you can just kind of hang back. Don't make any mistakes, and don't change my background, Tellifrifrin. That's why we got rid of the last guy. I feel bad yelling. I mean, just you met Tellifrifrin for the first time. Let's see what we have for a question here. Oh, so Anna said, the sun is coughing, so do we need to go underground? No, Anna, you don't have to go underground. That's actually an event we've predicted to take place in the year 3300. Of course, I'm in 2769. I have not gone forward into the future. I've only gone into the past. I'm only qualified as a specialist for past missions. Unfortunately, I just don't have clearance yet to go into the future. So I hope you can respect that. I mean, look, you have to understand, I'm only stage 2. One day, if I get up to stage 4, I can go future. But right now, stage 2 in it. All right, so, yeah, but going from 2769 to the past, absolutely, you're good to go. Don't worry about the sun. It's a cycle situation thing. There is going to be another Carrington effect. That one happens in the year 2103. I'm just letting you know now. I know we're a little bit away, but in the year 2103, make sure you Google search the term Carrington effect in 2103. And then you will be proven that I am the true time traveler. I love zinging you. Zing. Real time traveler. Let's see what else we have here. Google doesn't lie. Okay, you go in 2021. 2123. Yeah, look at the Carrington effect. That guy FutureMark was right back in 2021. Anyway, let's see what else we have here. The time switch hurt me, but I noticed Mark is on late. Oh, well, look, I'm sorry. Look, you don't have access to a time machine, Corky. You have to get here when you get here. I could go back in time right now and just be like, all right, look at the beginning of the Renaissance Man show. I do the show over. I'm there on screen at the same time, sitting next to myself, right there. And you're like, oh, wow, look at that. And Corky's here, too. It happens. Just be ready for it. Does FACCE ever get respect? This is a good question, Jacqueline asked. FACCE gets respect by a handful, but not by them all. And at the end of the day, there's a lot of people getting elbows in the FACCE. And this is a thing most people don't understand. There's no time expiration on the elbow into the FACCE. You could be at your kid's baseball game. You're there cheering on your son. He just hits the home run. He's coming around third. He's like, yeah. Right then, as you put your hands up in the air to say, good job, Donnie, elbow in the freaking FACCE. As hard as you could ever feel. Oh my goodness, why would you do that? That's a FACCE thing. You don't know when you're getting that elbow in the FACCE. So, I mean, you have to understand, if you don't pay respect to FACCE, then one day you're there getting ice cream. Look, I found mint chocolate chip. And an elbow in the FACCE. FACCE was hiding in the freezer. He was waiting for you to come. Look, I know. They're going to come. It's Friday. Most people go food store. I'm there in the freezer. They come there, get mint chocolate chip. Elbow in the friggin' FACCE. That's what happens, guys. You need to understand. If you don't pay respect to the FACCE, elbow in the FACCE. You could be 73 years old. You go in to get your prescription, CVS in it. You're like, oh, wow, look, I got to get my medication. Okay, sir, what's the last name? Pembroke. Okay, I got your medication right here. Oh, let me just reach into my pocket and get my wallet. You look up, elbow in the FACCE, as hard as you've ever felt in your life. You fall to the ground, hip broken. You got FACCE'd. You shouldn't have done that. You should have paid respect. You're there. You couldn't believe this one. Lawnmower man out there doing the biggest lawn you've ever seen in your life. White House lawn. Doing the White House lawn. And he's in the middle. Just started like the second lawn. There's 57 lawns. He's there pushing along. He takes a corner. He's like, oh, I got to go around this corner and get that little section over there. As he turns back around, elbowed in the FACCE as hard as he's ever felt in his life. He falls over. Lawnmower starts going crazy all over the place. It makes like a friggin' figure 8. He gets up. Oh, what happened? Why did you elbow me in the FACCE? You should have paid respect. It's what happens. I just want you to be prepared for it. Okay, so I'm glad you asked that. That's a very important question. You know, if you don't pay respect to the FACCE, you get an elbow in the FACCE. So what's our next question here? And World Debt Now, thank you for Messi. We got the freaking pink. Tellifrifrin, are you as bad, if not worse, than Thomas McGreedyson? 1-2 punch. Do I have to call A&E on you and say, give me somebody else? I already ran through freaking McGreedyson. Now I got a Tellifrifrin sitting here, and you're going to sit there and pretend you didn't even know what just happened? Where are you looking? What? I'm here. Hell, Tellifrifrin. Holy freaking cow. You know he's looking off into the distance. He's like, what are you doing? Do you know, what is going on right now? When do you want me to go back on the air? You tell me when we're live. I know this is B-cut footage right now. When are we live? Give me the countdown, Tellifrif. We're live? Why didn't you give me a countdown? You're supposed to 3, 2, 1 it. And on 1, you don't say anything. So you go 3, 2, and then I do my time machine into the future. Okay? So let's try it one more time. No. You can't cut this later? You're already live? God almighty, Tellifrifrin. Tellifrifrin, can you move me forward? Come on, what is this? I've got this eternal existence with the worst directors in history. Ed Wood Award winners. An honorable mention. I really thought that you were going to pull you're going to pull a Clint Eastwood on me and be like amazing, and just it was all stories. I thought it may have been all stories about you, Tellifrifrin, where they're just like, yeah, Tellifrifrin. They're jealous of Tellifrifrin because he's such a good director that they're like, we hate Tellifrifrin. He's an Ed Wood. He is Ed Wood. You're the worst. You're just as bad as Thomas. Whereas McGreedyson, maybe between the two of you, you can make one decent director. Hold on 1 second there, Tellifrifrin, you freaking mess. Unbelievable. Yeah, James, it's FutureMark again. Look, listen, I'm here with Tellifrifrin. Somehow he's freaking worse than McGreedyson. Yeah. No, I can't figure it out. He just changed me again. Look, I at least like this one better. Thank you, Tellifrifrin. Can you do me a favor? Send me down McGreedyson too. Let me just abuse the heck out of both these guys. They're both terrible, but let me tell them their future. I'm going to pull it up on the app. Yeah, no, I know everything about how they go, and I think it's nice. I told McGreedyson he's doing an Elvis. Yeah, in the toilet. Listen, okay, I'm going to wait for you to get McGreedyson back here, and if you're good and you get him here quick, I'll share how Tellifrifrin goes. Yeah, how he meets his maker. That's right. Yeah, no. Here's a hint. It has everything to do with his hiney. Anyway, okay, listen, I will talk to you soon. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, James. All right, so listen, we have Tellifrifrin and McGreedyson. It's going to be a 1-2 punch. They're going to come out here and do some things for us. The FACCE doesn't deserve respect. Well, that is an interesting thing. I'm sorry, Johnny. You are going to be going to get gas one day, and there's a chance there's an elbow in the FACCE from Dick FACCE. He's just there. He's hiding. I'm going to at this Shell station. I know it. I know he's coming here one day to fill his tank. He finds out your address. He's there elbowing in the FACCE. It's like amazing to me that Dick FACCE has the time to just go and seek everybody with elbows in the FACCE, you know? Andrew! FutureMark has a vision that Andrew Golden is going to donate $14.99 to the program. Yeah, I remember it happened. It was 11:11 p.m. on the East Coast on the 901st day of the Renaissance Man program. And we're back with the creepy statue guy who's got his hands up and he's saying, I give up, I surrender. Yeah, we know you do, buddy. I'm going to move forward with a couple questions because if I have to think about the fact that Tellifrifrin changed my background again, I may throw something at him. Now, keep in mind, when I say that, I'm breaking the screen because these people are not in the room. I'm all alone here in the future moving around, and they're on a screen. Intergalactically, we're interneting it. That's what happens. Oh, Raven has a good question here. Raven says, FutureMark, does the Earth ever get rid of the moon? Yes, that does happen, and it's a very interesting thing, Raven. The year 2642, it just decides to go. It's just like, whatever, I'm out of here. But there's a mini moon that shows up Ben Affleck's head. I hope that answers your question. Let's see what else we have here. Moment of Truth asked an interesting question. Hey, FutureMark, can we change the future? Apparently not, because I continue to see this freaking pig situation going on behind me. And I don't know, I can't change that. So if I can't change the pig situation, we can't change the future. What we can do is we can analyze it, we can look at it, but people are people. People can still make the moves they make. You guys knew about Terminator before he did it, and he still freaking did it. AI, yeah, you guys know that takes over. We're getting close. So this is why I'm here in my timeline right now. You're talking about the year 2029. Skynet becomes a real thing. Miles Dyson, he's real. He's out there. Creates Skynet. All of a sudden, Arnold Schwarzenegger isn't really him. He's a freaking machine. He's been wearing fake skin and getting older, but it's not real. Takes that thing that I showed you the other day, becomes a kid again. I'll be back. He goes in there, kills everything. The last couple people, everybody else died of that thing. But he kills everybody else. You knew about it and you were still like, let's go AI, yay! You didn't think about it? You didn't think like, maybe I want to keep this human race thing here around here for a little bit longer? You know, they talk about how the Romans fell and like every civilization falls. The human race will fall. That's a sad thing to say, but it will. It's not during my time, not during your time, but sometimes it's going to happen because we're stupid. We hear about future events and we still do them. I could fix it. The future happens. You can't fix it. Just walk away and go and let it happen. Oh, I didn't. You can't nimma anything. All right, you're done. That's it. I'm sorry. Let's see what else we have. Changing the future is definitely possible. If you were able to, I would have proven it. Yeah. Nothing here. So let's see. Let's wrap this up with a final bit here. Let's see. Tellifrifrin. Count me in. I'm trying to say goodnight to everybody. All right? We're done with the time. We're done talking about the future. Count me in. Well, I have to say, from FutureMark to you, this has been one heck of an episode. And I appreciate all your questions. Remember, I'll be back for another question and answer segment here on the Renaissance Man Show. Until then, remember, if you're here tomorrow, then you did something right. I'm FutureMark. I'll see you on the next. I'm from 2769 here to tell you about future events. Try to make sure you don't fall in that pit over there. Is that good? Okay. Have a good night. Tellifrifrin. Man, I don't know how you're worse than McReadyson, but you did it. You did it, buddy. Worse than McReadyson.